Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be doing another Warhammer Age of Sigmar unboxing, and we're going to be building and taking a look at the both the sprues and the finished model of the Stormcast Eternals Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos, and or Carthalos. I think Carthalos sounds better. But yeah, he's one of the newer commanders for the Stormcast Eternals from Age of Sigmar, and he has a lot of specific interactions with the Hammers of Sigmar faction. I happen to also have his War Scroll right here. We're going to talk about this unit a little bit. Take a look at the back of the box here. There's some different ways you can build him, like two gripping that hammer or kind of holding the hammer off to the side. You can do with a helmet or without. Actually, I think he looks pretty cool without a helmet, and you can kind of mix and match however you want to build him with all of those little configuration options. I'm kind of liking the way that he'll look right here on the battlefield. I do a lot of my Age of Sigmar Stormcast Eternals with the helmets on. I'm not a big fan of painting faces, but for a big hero like this guy, I figure I'm going to go ahead and paint his face. If you guys are new here to the channel, we are still doing the $70 Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. But before we get this thing ripped open, I want to talk about the actual unit card. So he's an 8-wound hero, 6-inch move, bravery of 10, and a save of a 3-up save. So pretty good save on this guy. Plus he has a ward save on top of that. So, you know, like kind of like Yndrasta, he's going to be pretty tough to kill. And he's got a totally badass weapon. 4 attacks, 4 damage used. It's a 3-up to hit, 2-up to wound, Rend -2, and a 4 damage. And it's also a 2-inch range too, which is also just it's kind of nice. So really cool guy. Lots of abilities on this dude. I mean, he's expensive too. He's like 300 points. So he's like the price. He's a little more expensive than like 2 other heroes, right? But you're getting a lot for him. So first of all, he's got Thunderborn, where he can just do damage to anybody, like once each turn. He can just outright lightning strike somebody. You roll dice equal to their wound. Like he can't. I mean, it's unlikely, but he could potentially just remove any unit from the game every round, right? Like he's not gonna do that. But you roll dice equal to their wounds characteristics. So like it'd be good for for big monsters and dragons and things like that. Like, oh yeah, mortal wounds for every 6. Boom. You know, you're probably gonna, if somebody who's got a wound threat, like a dragon with like 18 wound threshold, that might be like 3 mortal wounds on a dragon, Pretty cool. Then he's got Castellan of Azer. He basically can let 3 hammers of, or up to D3 hammers of Sigmar units redeploy. And so they can, you can kind of deploy them on the left, and then at the beginning of the game, he's like, no, actually, they're going to be over here. That was okay, because they can already drop units in. But you can, if you combine that with the whole dropping in function, you can really completely change where you're set up and catch your opponents off guard. So he's kind of like got the Grand Admiral Thrawn kind of master planning going on over here. Of course, he's got a 4-up ward, and then of course Voice of Thunder is another Hammers of Sigmar interaction. This one, he just gets a free command point that he can issue to Hammers of Sigmar. And what's awesome about this is they can be anywhere on the battlefield. I think the range is one of the most significant things. I mean, here's a guy who's going to probably be charging into battle anyway, so range might not be an issue, but it just makes sure that range absolutely won't be an issue. So I really like that. Plus, I like people that have free command points, and the fact that there's no range requirement on this, that's absolutely cool. And then he also has Mantle of the First Storm, which is maybe like the most extreme ability. Anytime he kills somebody, he fully heals. Fully heals. If any enemy models were slain by he didn't even have to kill a whole unit. He just has to slay a model. So he wants to go in there like, oh, did I hit one of your troops? Oh, okay. Because, I mean, with a damage 4 attack, he probably wants to go after big targets, but he's really good at taking out small targets too. Like, oh my goodness, full heal every time he takes down a single model. Just unbelievable. So he's pretty cool. Bastian Carthalos. Let's go ahead and get this pack open, and then we'll take a look at what's inside. So I also just want to point out that the War Scroll doesn't come with this. That was the War Scroll from the War Scroll pack. You will Usually you get like a little mini war scroll on the back of the instructions that's going to have just the information for his weapon, but you're not really getting everything, right? You're going to get the basic stats, as this is enough for you to play him without using any of his keywords. I don't know why they do that. It's just a tease, I guess. So we've got some instructions in here on how we want to build him, like here, this way or that way. I think I'm going to go with this way pretty much. And there's all our good instructions. These are usually fairly self-explanatory. We do have the all the basing and stuff on here with this guy too. And there we go. And we've got some sprues here. So first one, we've got, well, let me flip this thing around. This is going to be the cloak here. Lots of ridges on this one. Of course, you got that little embroidering in there. We've got the back section, which we're probably only going to see a lot of the bottom of it. We do have our front section, so we're getting some armor. We're going to have a little spot for the breastplate to go over top of that. And so there it is right there. And then, of course, we've got some extra little guards, and this looks like something the headpiece that's going to go behind his head, and then some other armor pieces, some legs. They really broke this dude down into a lot of different pieces. We have both of our hammer options if you're going two-handed or one-handed. I think I'll be going one-handed. Cool thing is you get a spare extra hammer there. So if you're doing the two-handed build, you got a kind of a whole extra hammer you could do, which you could do some fun stuff with that and give somebody else a big old hammer, you know. You could have fun. Yeah, and then this is the base has got a lot going on with it, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not usually a big fan of bases with a whole lot going on. I'll show you how some of my other how I've been doing some of my other Stormcast, but yeah, they're not. I kind of do like more of a dirty basing, although I can kind of overwrite some of this. But yeah, let's go ahead and put them together. All right, Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos is all put together now. He is looking pretty slick. I did go with the pose on the box to kind of give easier access to all that armor in the front, as well as that scale mail down below, and then the knee kind of embroidery and all of the all of the cool stuff that's on here. As you can see, like, this is kind of the color scheme that I'll probably be going with. I kind of go with this kind of pink to purple fade with a little bit of pink highlighting, and then of course the silvers and a little bit of gold thrown in on some of the commanders and some of the elite units and stuff like that. So that's kind of somewhat how we'll go with this guy. I'm not sure. I'll probably give him a different colored cloak. However, the cloak looks real good on there. We've got that real fancy base as well. So of course we're going to be, I'll probably just paint the base and then kind of go over those dirt parts with a little bit of the kind of texture scheme that I'm going with over here. So I think I can still make it work. I've been doing a lot of fun base work, but I think that's one thing that they seem to do with a lot of the big and bad heroes is like Yndrasta, for example, give them a real fancy base to kind of make them stand out, so he doesn't just look like a paladin walking around. He's not just some normal character. He's special. So pretty cool. Looking forward to getting this dude on the table. Well, gotta get him painted up first. But if you want to see, some photos and some more stuff like that, you can check me out on all the social media links. You can also join the Discord. We actually have a painting competition going on right now. I want to see all of your similar units. I have a bunch of my Stormcast Eternals that are posted up in there as well. And I'd love to have you. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Big thanks to my patrons on Patreon. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this channel possible. I want to thank everybody for watching, and always, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. So say we all. And be excellent to each other, and party on, dude.